Hey, what's up, Liam? Just wanted to do another one of these videos. Just got back from the gym. And what's today? Today's actually Halloween. So we got your Halloween costume. We've had that actually. Mom had it picked out a while ago. Of course, I went ahead and following through. You're the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, and I'm gonna be one of the Ghostbusters, Mankman or something like that. So we're gonna do all that, and everybody's coming over here later. Do a little bit of trick-or-treating, have family dinner. Tim's gonna make some dinner. So yeah, holidays, and today Halloween. Auntie loved Halloween. She just thought it was fun, and then having all the kids here dressed up and spending time together and just making those memories were super important to her. So we're gonna continue with that. And like I said, I just got back from the gym. The thing that just jumped out to me so important is the word that I got while I was sitting there. It's just like how important my personal development process is, right? I think the note that I wrote down to myself, it just sets the tone for the day. And regardless, good stuff going on, stuff not going on, right? Going back to the just consistent daily habits that are so important. It's like those are like the building blocks for our life, like the brick by brick or the bird by bird, as Mom used to say. She loved that quote, bird by bird. I forget what book that's from, but Google it if Google exists when you're older. You probably have some shit implanted in your head or something, but anyway, bird by bird. But it just, those little small, consistent daily habits over time, they compound. And they say Rome wasn't built in a day. Rome also didn't collapse in a day, right? So, just so important that, like, even though this morning when I woke up, I felt that sadness. I mean, again, it's never gonna go away, right? It'd be weird for me not to be sad that she's not here. But the other thing I wrote down was like, gratitude opens the door to infinite intelligence. It's like, okay, there's two paths I can go in every moment, not even every day, like every moment there's two paths. And if I go down the path like I was I was going down yesterday morning of just like, I'm focused on me, I'm sad. It's that downward emotional spiral, and that's not going to take me that path that I don't want to go. It doesn't serve me, it doesn't serve you. It's not going to equip me to be the father that you deserve, and you're my purpose, you're my greater purpose. So in every moment, today anyway, like what I was being told about halfway through, and I was kind of in a flow state, and I was able to kind of exhaust the body and just, again, gratitude opens the door to infinite intelligence. I felt like that's where I was at for that little bit of time. What were the things I can be grateful for? They say the pain teaches. Like, there is some good, something I listened to the other day, there's some good that this is not a good situation. That's not what I'm saying. But in every situation, there is some good that can come out of it. So for me right now, like, what's some good? I'm being strengthened. I'm going to become a better man, stronger, tougher, more resilient. You're able to handle more shit because you've gone through more shit. They talk about like these dandelion kids. I forget where I got that from. It might have been one of like the Grave Mind videos I listen to while I'm working out or walking the dogs. But the dandelion, the idea is through this adversity, there's skills that are developed that wouldn't have been developed if they were like silver spoon kids. And you see that, with kids that have everything. They're soft. They've never been tested. It's like, oh man, your mom had this great quote that she actually was working with her leadership team, and at her memorial they told me about. It's to the effect of like, there was this tree that was planted in this biodome and they couldn't figure out why it was falling over, like, or just wasn't thriving or whatever. And they figured out it's because there was no wind. It had no resistance. It never was, was never faced adversity, so its roots never grew deep and strong. And it's through that wind, it's through that adversity that our roots grow deep, and that actually equips us. It's like, no, like, we don't want to not go through anything. We want to go through like hurricane force winds, but have the root structure internally to weather that and to live through it. And again, the whole pick a side or pick a path. It's like, do you just want everything given to you and just like, but I think even in the Bible it talks about free will and things like that. Like, that's not God's purpose for us. It's not the plan. It's like, can't just be, again, just gifted everything, because it doesn't produce the outcomes that's ultimately of value for us as humans and spiritual beings. But so those are just things that was really speaking to me this morning. Is, all right, the personal development process, paramount. If I cut corners on that just once, just for one day or even a couple hours, I'm late. It snowballs and starts to fuck up my whole day. So don't do that. And I know that. I'm just reminded of that. But personal development process, it's the cornerstone. Has to be there. Gratitude and just being grateful. And again, like with that gratitude concept, another thing that was really speaking to me this morning was, if I can somehow shift the focus off of myself, versus me, if I can somehow, because that's like what depression, that's what depression is, right? It's all me, this, it's 100% self-seeking, right? You're only thinking about you, you're spending all your energy and thoughts on you. If I could just shift that, two things can happen. One, I can bless somebody else, and that's what the Bible talks about, is what we should be doing anyway, servant leadership. But two, I alleviate my pain, and ultimately that's, as humans, people here, like, we have so much pain that we're trying to go through and deal with, and unfortunately in society or how we're raised and taught, we run to vices, like we self-medicate and pleasures and entertainment and the whole escapism thing, just because it's easy, right? Or socially it's what we know, maybe. But so that was just, again, I was just reminded this morning of that, and I know those are universal truths. I've experienced them in my life. I'm experiencing them now, and being reminded of them, it's so empowering, versus, again, using that contrast of yesterday morning, I felt so disempowered and so ran over, versus right now where I'm still sad, I'm still devastated, I'm still, fucking mad at God, like, for the situation, which, it's, when I'm God and I'm running the show, then maybe I can make these decisions. When I'm not, so I gotta just get my shit together and be obedient. Do what I know is right in my heart. And what's right in my heart is to love her, honor her. But I have a greater purpose than you, have a responsibility. And ultimately, like, I think the last thing I wrote down that I got, and again, it's so important, like I said, the personal development process, and for me, that's work, training, working out. I love jiu-jitsu. I love even surfing, like sessions like that where you can get into that flow state, so Muay Thai, jiu-jitsu, but lifting weights just with headphones on, and I don't really listen to music. I'm just listening to personal development stuff, so it's like 2 for 1. But when you can get for me, it's about 30, 45 minutes in, I like can get in that place. And the thing that really spoke to me was, it's just everything boils down to this, regardless of the situation. It's heal yourself. So you've gone through some event, and you're going to go through events. It's going to happen. Go through that and heal yourself so that you can go and heal others. And that's kind of how it's summarized into, not to oversimplify it, but I'm going to oversimplify it with that. So anyway, I love you, buddy. Bye.